Hi, this is Sharon with Mary and Day's house, and what we're going to be doing today is making a pumpkin body scrub. So body scrubs are great for exfoliating the skin, so I'm going to be using a little bit of the ground pumpkin seed that I ground last week with some great sugar so we can make a nice body scrub. I'm also going to be putting a few hibiscus and flax seeds in there too, just to make it a little bit more special for your skin. So body scrubs, I'm going to talk about hidradenitis suppurativa first. So body scrubs is great with getting blackheads out and different debris that's lying in the pores. And that's great for hidradenitis suppurativa because a lot of times we have blocked debris in our pores that leads to the tunneling of the hidradenitis suppurativa. Also, with the pyoderma gangrenosum, it's great to exfoliate areas of the skin so you do not get any kind of bacteria or dirt blocked into your pores. And people who are suffering from strawberry skin or something like that, it's good to get all that blockages out. So it's good just to get the blockage out naturally. Even if you don't have those severe skin issues, it's just great to rid the skin of dirt, debris, bacteria, dead skin cells. So I'm just going to show you guys what I'm doing to help with this scrub. So right here, I have the ground pumpkin seeds. I know I'm using a old-fashioned juicer because this is something that my mom had, and I just thought it was cool to put it in. It's just a cool little vessel. It looks like almost like a spaceship. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put the ground pumpkin seeds in it, and I've already put a little bit of preservatives in the ground pumpkin seeds so it wouldn't get any bacteria or mold on it. So when I first ground this up, I put citric acid in it so it could preserve it and keep it a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my handy dandy bowl. And I love to use the stainless steel bowl when doing this because it's taller. I could use my standing mixer, not my standing mixer, but my hand mixer in it and not break anything because I'm always afraid that I'm going to break something. So I put that in there on my ground pumpkin seeds. And now what I'm going to do is put all my dry items in first. So I do have some flaxseed here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my flaxseed in. So flaxseed, we already went through this. If you watch the soap of the day that Mary Day's House featured in August, then you would have saw that flaxseed is really great for the skin. It gives substantial oil to the skin and helps the skin with just nourishing properties, and it helps rehydrate the skin. So this is just ground flaxseed, and I'm just putting about a half a cup of ground flaxseed, and I usually don't use measuring cups. When I'm first making this, I use measuring cups. So after a while, I don't need to use it because we've already experimented with this over and over before we've already brought it to the public. My mom, she's in the background saying, you need to use your measuring cup. But we've experimented with these things over and over, just like the soaps. We will experiment with it over and over and decide, well, this may be a better a facial cleanser, or this may be a better body soap. So we experiment with it so many times that we do know what we are going to use. And I'm just putting some dry hibiscus leaves in. So yes, that's the thing I love. So sometimes when we're not posting through the week, we're just experimenting, see what's great for the skin. And like even before we even brought the company through and launched our first soap, we did some years of experimentation to make sure that the skin was healing and how fast it was healing. Like I used it on my skin and saw how fast it was healing, and it continues to heal. One day I will do a post of before and after on my skin so you can see the stuff that I was going through and where I am now. So that's great. Now I'm putting some cane sugar in here, and pretty much you can use any sugar. I like the cane sugar because it's a little bit more fine, and it's not too fine. It's not too fine like some of the brown sugars. And I don't like to use the coarser sugars in here because I do want people with hidradenitis suppurativa or pyoderma gangrenosum to use this. And then also this could double as a lip scrub where you're not using such big granules that is cutting the skin. So I am going to use things that people with severe skin issue could use too with no problem. So that's how I want to use it. So I have all my dry ingredients in, and this is how it looks. So you see my hibiscus leaves, you see my cane sugar, and the flaxseed and pumpkin seeds just kind of go in there together. And so we toasted these pumpkin seeds before grinding them. And I was like, oh, I should put some ground coffee in. But the pumpkin seed itself, it has a very nutty, earthy smell to it, and it smells just like coffee. It's just such a beautiful, tasty smell. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my oils in, and I am going to use a measuring vessel for this for the oils. So here I have one cup, but I'm going to put about a half a cup of oils into each. A half a cup of each oil into my dry ingredients. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So of course I'm using my handy dandy olive oil. Marion Day's House. All our soaps are based off of olive oil. That's what Castile soap is all about. Olive oil. That's what's used. And that's what makes our soap so different, is that we use olive oil in our soaps, especially the facial cleansers would normally be with just olive oil, and that's our original Castile soap. A lot of times with our honey soap, we're only using olive oil in that, and you can really use that on your face. Now the ones that lather a lot, we still call it Castile, but what is truly Castile is when you're only using your olive oil, your water, your lime. And you can put other things in it like honey. But to get the lather, which people love, we do put the mango butter, shea butter, cocoa butter, along with the majority of olive oil in there, the water and the lime. And you get that nice lather because you have those heavy butters in it. But the ones that don't lather as well, which a lot of customers say they like to use it as a facial soap because it doesn't have as much lather in it, so they use it as a facial cleanser. But you can still use that. You can still use that oil all over, not oil, but you can use that soap all over your body. So okay, I poured my olive oil. I'm gonna pour that in. Then I'm gonna get my avocado oil. And I'm just waiting for it to pour from this bottle. I'm gonna get a half a cup of that. I'm gonna pour that in. And since this is for Bountiful Harvest, we have to use our pumpkin seed oil. And I love the darkness and the richness of the aroma in that. I'm gonna pour that in. And we have some nice hemp. So I'm just pouring all my oils in. And some other essential oils that we could use for smell or just for longevity of the skin. I'm pouring, not pouring, I'm actually using a few drops of rosehip oil And of course, we want to use our vitamin C. Even though pumpkin seed oil and the pumpkin seeds itself has great vitamin C and great glycolic acid in it to help with hyperpigmentation. Like, I told you guys I do suffer from hyperpigmentation, and maybe you could tell, especially around my neck area, I suffer from that. So yeah, I want to be mindful of that. And another thing that I like to use is mango and papaya oil. And papaya, oh my goodness, it's like so hard to come by sometimes. But papaya, there's this papaya is just so great for the skin. I mean, papaya could reverse some fungus. And they have this pawpaw ointment from Australia, um, and I like to use that in special items when somebody is suffering from severe skin disfigurement that is just debilitating. And the papaya is just such a great thing. I was talking to my PCP, my personal care provider, and he was just wondering what I was doing, and I was just telling him all the things I was doing, and he happens to be from India, and he was like, wow, he was telling me a story about his grandmother and the benefits of papaya, and he was like, it's just so great when you could mix Eastern and Western medicine together, and just make such a great deal for patients and having great outcomes for people. And that just hit my heart near and there. He just was surprised of how my skin was looking, just how my overall health was, because like I told you guys, I was like in a wheelchair. I was getting my front door, the entrance to my front door, like, oh well, how can I get a ramp up here and stuff like that to help me. Um, but thankfully I didn't need that, and my neighborhood wasn't so friendly with getting ramps up, which I am surprised of how some things around it's still not as disability friendly, because they go on what the beauty of the area is like, especially living here in Charleston. It's just old historic things, and back in the day, people with disabilities were kind of locked away. Or if they couldn't get around on their own, they just did not get around, because you were seeing more of a hindrance, or you're possessed with something or something like that. So people want to keep the beauty up instead of giving people the ability to be able to function again. So guys, I poured all my ingredients in. I did pour some special ingredients in just to make this batch a little bit more special, and so you could get the scrub absorbed in very well, and your skin could be bright afterwards, after you take your shower and scrub. And I recommend using this scrub like a day before you're going to shave. So that's something to do. You exfoliate at least 24 to 48 hours before shaving, so you could get the hairs up and out of the way, and like anything that's embedded in, and you could get a nice clean shave or a clean wax. I recommend that too. So if you're going to be waxing or something like that, yeah, I recommend definitely exfoliating before. And this scrub right here definitely will get you where you need to be before wax day. So and my hidradenitis suppurativa people and my pyoderma gangrenosum people, a lot of times getting that hair out really can help you with the disease process by lessening areas that could be trapped with bacteria or different debris. So I just wanted to show you guys how it looked. This is how it looks. It looks a little soupy. I don't like this consistency because it's still pretty thick. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna add a little bit more of my olive oil into this, um, uh, and I'm gonna add in a cup at a time because I like it to be a little bit more looser. And then afterwards, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna emulsify it with my emulsion blender. So I just put in actually a cup of this, and that sugar is making it nice and thick. The pumpkin seeds, the hibiscus leaf. So, I mean, I like the way it's looking right now. So, I'm actually going to grind this up a little bit more. Not grind it up, but mix it up and incorporate more stuff into it with my emulsion blender. So... and then I'll put some essential oils into it just to give it a nice smell. I like the orange, the sweet orange smell and the violet smell. It's such a beautiful smell. And guys, I get all my ingredients from Amazon. So that's where I get all my ingredients from. So I'm going to actually use the not salmon sugar, but